we're about to take a look at this guitar. It's been sitting out in the sun. I just kind of wanted to make sure I double check and just, you know, it's been clamped, I think, for maybe 3 days. So I was watching a video of these guys. They clamp these things kind of in a funny way. They take a big long clamp and they go to the back of the guitar, which I think is stupid. Because why would you want to do that? And if you have a clamp like this, because you got the block that's inside the guitar. I forget what it's called, the heel block maybe, but you know, when they make a guitar, I was watching a lot of videos on how they make them. There's a block there, and then there's a tail block, and then the sides are bent. But do you really want to compress the whole guitar to glue the heel? I don't think so. But correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know. But so what I did with this one is I just set it out here. I put a piece of junk wood in between this clamp, and we're going to go ahead and take this off, and we'll add a string. I don't want to add new strings to it at this point because I don't know how good it is or how bad it is. It's a $9 thrift store guitar. Alright, I'm just going to set it in my chair because I really don't have any other place to put it. And let me put the camera over here so I can use both hands. Don't cause myself any grief or damage here, because this clamp is heavy. This is for welding, basically. And I may have to make an adjustment to remove it. So it's got padding on it, but yeah, this is what I use. This is a Blue Point, actually. This is made in Spain. I don't use this one for welding because it has plastic on it. I use it for wood stuff, but I've got another one that's basically different. There's a number on it here. Anyway, enough of that. I'm going to put that back over in the tool area. So I think we get a little bit of glue in the corner there, and then hopefully we didn't dent the wood. That's why I put that piece in there. But it's hard to not dent the wood. That's why I cannot possibly imagine somebody putting the back of the thing on here. So let's take a look here. And this is Titebond glue, so I probably could just wipe it with a rag. The one part, the reason that I kind of did it like this was actually pulling up part of this. It didn't just separate clean, it actually like started to pull up some of this. So, let me just put it back up to tension. I need to spray these things. I don't know if I sprayed the fretboard. And I really don't care if I get this stuff on the strings, because these strings are probably older than hell. And there's some pretty big gouges here in the deal. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's some cowboy cordage going on here for sure. Okay, so yeah, there's some pretty bad divots in here, but let me move this camera. Alright. I'm having to use a different camera so that I can see what I'm doing. This thing soaked this up pretty quick. So I don't really know what year this thing is. It's got a company that put their label on top of the factory label, which I would kind of like to remove it, but at the same time, it's also got this stupid sticker right here, and I think I'm just going to clean this thing up and just leave it exactly how I got it and play it and see how it does. If I decide that I don't really care for it, then I'll go and turn around and sell it. And I don't want to destroy any of the value. And I'll let whoever know that, hey, look, this thing is, you know, been glued. I'm just actually going to spit on this damn thing. Try and wipe this glue because I don't have any water laying around. And it really don't need a serious amount of moisture on this. So, blood, sweat, and tears into fixing it. And spit. It's been spit shined. So the thing about using Titebond glue, which is nice, is it is water soluble. We do have kind of a pronounced mark there, so I mean, like, it's going to be kind of hard to hide any of this, but it was $9, you know, that's the main thing. And it's in pretty good shape. I would say it's probably from the 70s. But, I don't know. It's the first one I've ever glued up, so I'll probably do a better job next time. The main problem was really getting it clamped tight enough to clear that entire area. And I just wasn't able to do that the way that I originally clamped it. I originally clamped it by setting some tires on top of the body of the guitar. And if I would have put the third tire on there, I think I probably would have cracked it. But what I did was I set the neck like this, and then I put a towel on here, and I put the tires up on here. We're talking truck tires. And so that put pressure here. And I watched as the glue squeezed out, so I knew I was pretty close, but I didn't get it as tight as I wanted to. And I think if I would have used the clamp that I had on it after I removed the tires, I think I probably would have been able to completely almost hide that line. It's interesting because there's like some binding that goes right here and it stops, and then there's this piece here, but I'm not sure that if it just cracked right here or if that's just like some other little piece of wood. It looks like it almost separated right down in there, but let me see if we can find something else to scrape this stuff out of here. Because the thing with this glue is it's not really going to stick to anything that's finely polished. It doesn't have porous fibers, so alright, so I'm going to use a guitar pick. I'm trying to get this in here. There's a little separation on the wood. Actually, it seemed like the guitar pick's actually scratching it. Okay. So we pretty much got it to where we just need to maybe add a little more moisture. Alright, we got most of it. We're just missing a string. Let's go ahead and add a string. Oh yeah, we need to find the peg. Lovely. These are kind of boogered. They've like totally cut into this thing. I don't like that. I absolutely don't like acoustic guitars because of the way they string. Alright. We got a peg. Yeah, I really don't like acoustic guitars. I've run into a bunch where the bridge like gets worn out, and so then the pegs don't want to stay in. You got to wrap some other crap around the pegs, and they also like to snap strings on certain ones. It's just electric guitars are just so much easier. But anyway, this is what we got. So this is a D'Addario string from another guitar. See, it just wants to push it up. So you're basically gonna have it pretty nasty in there. I don't know if that one's gonna stay or not, but they don't feel great. Let's put it that way. So what I'll do with this one then? These are electric. This is an electric string. This is one of the ones where the G string is wrapped, which I, pretty sure that's normal business. But it doesn't matter. A string is a string. It's a steel string guitar. What I like to do, pull it back, pull it tight, move it back about 1 fret, and that's where I put it. They've determined that is the best way to do it, and I don't have my string winder handy, and what I need to do is get back there. I'm going to put a bend in it. So that, I don't know if you can see the bend. These tuning keys suck, by the way. They're not real good. I don't know where my clippers are. And these clippers didn't want to work. Now, on an electric guitar, I like to do this a certain way. I like to put the piece in between like that, and it just slips. So, give me a second. Alright. I got it. And then I bring it back under. I don't like it wrapping around here more than 2 times, really. So that's why I pull it back a fret. I found that that's pretty accurate. So I got 1 loop over the string, and then I come back under it. That way it sits out there like a middle finger. Make sure we hold it down so it clears it. about 2.5 windings on it. So that's pretty good. You see what I did? It does not want to focus. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not here to show you how to do this. Now, you gotta bring the tension up on everything else. I think it might have a little bit of fret issues. Now, I'm not a proficient guitar player, just so you know. But it's pretty worn out in the cowboy chord area. It doesn't fret easily in certain spots. But what do we got? This is how I like to check a guitar. I'm not good at it, but people that are really fast can do this pretty quick. I'm just looking for obvious dead frets. It's getting hard for me to reach right here. Nobody's gonna ever play it over here anyway. Anyway, it's good to go. Start a tune again. I'm going to tune it a little high and just let it set. I need to learn to play better, trust me, but I already know that. But a guitar like this, I think, you know, it's harder to play than an electric guitar. I think is good probably for me to practice and stuff like that. So yeah, the frets seem pretty nice. These strings are so thick. Pretty comfortable, but the fret action or the string action, the height, the action's a little high. Like right here, it's really hard to see because the string is up so high. Sounds funny right there. So let's see something. So. Yeah, I don't know. You would really, there's no way to really play with the intonation on these type of guitars. That's why I really like electric guitars, because if something's wrong, you can adjust the truss rod. There's a truss rod on this, but that's why I stay away from classical guitars usually. So, our neck joint looks okay. We've got some stuff kind of crusted up in there, but anyway, it's enough out of me.